In the land of Mordor, in the fires of Mount Doom, the Dark Lord Sauron forged in secret a master ring to control all others. And into this ring, he poured his cruelty, his malice, and his will to dominate all life. It was in this moment
that she knew. She fucked up.
When it comes to The Lord of the Rings, the cringe of powers portrayal of Sauron just hurt to watch. What did they do with one of the most perfect villains in film history? They turned Sauron, the Dark Lord, into a crowd-pleasing, conflicted, beta good guy with no clue whatsoever. Even the actor playing Halbrand didn't know he was playing Sauron. It was the showrunner's plan to keep him in the dark. If that doesn't shout peak cinema, I don't know what does. The problem is far worse than it seems. This version of Sauron is fundamentally wrong. The person they showed throughout the 8 episodes and the actions taken by him is not that of a villain. Just because you named him Sauron at the end while doing nothing to support your conclusions throughout the 8 episodes, the final reveal fell flat. These incompetent writers were writing Sauron as Walter White, a character that turned bad but was good initially. Yeah, that'll totally work for a character that is inherently bad from the last 1,000 years, who already killed like thousands of people. Let's make him good for like 7 episodes. Peak cinema. A good villain influences the plot, and Sauron's full arc in the show was just moving from one place to another and gaining the knowledge of making the rings. Okay, that's a good motive, but when your villain's doing nothing and sitting idle for the last 7 episodes, you can't expect the audience to buy the idea that this is the definition of pure evil. Not only that you showed this guy doing good stuff for 7 episodes and you finally reveal him as the bad guy, sure, it'll definitely fly with the audience that knew Sauron as the pure evil from the last 6 movies. But the saddest part of all this, the audience already knew from the very beginning that Halbrand is Sauron, and it was excruciating to watch Sauron doing all those things that he was doing throughout the series. When you're making a prequel, it gets very easy to flush out an existing villain because you already know the future and the things he's going to do. By setting up character traits and different incidents in the past, you can easily justify the future outcome, making the outcomes more satisfying for the viewers. But here, we see the exact opposite. Let's first understand who Sauron was in the last 6 movies that came out before Cringe of Power. Sauron, as a villain, isn't complex like Homelander or Thanos. He's more like a one-dimensional bad guy with a dark motive. He is inherently bad from the very start. But the thing that works best for Sauron is his mask and change of form. Throughout the movies and the books, Sauron keeps changing his appearance from a man to a snake to a wolf to a big fucking eye on top of the tower. If that doesn't scream big baddie, I don't know what does. But it's the mystery that works best for this character. We never see his face or learn his thoughts or motives behind his actions. Throughout the 6 movies, he carried this Darth Vader type of mystery and evilness that keeps the audience captivated. Coming to our beloved show and Beta Sauron, let's revise all the heinous actions taken by him to prove how big of a villain he is. So, from the very first scene, he helped our main character, not once, but twice. He offered her water and then food, without even asking. Okay, we're getting there. He gave Galadriel guidance and was extremely reasonable on the foreign lands.
Show some restraint. Let's try not to antagonize these people.
Guards.
My friend, it seems to me that our leaving presents some complications. Good queen.
He composed his anger, made new friends, had a few drinks with them, and only attacked when provoked.
You're right. You're right. Next few rounds on me.
Man, this guy had some godly restraint. He must be evil. He was remorseful and he was in search of peace. He was genuinely regretting what he had done in the past.
I'm sorry to your brother for all of it.
Man, he might be secretly plotting. He'd reveal at any minute now. He was being manipulated by Galadriel to return to Middle-earth.
I think I've helped you quite enough.
Then help yourself. Stop fighting me, and together let us fight them.
He was being sorry for his past actions and being sorry to kill Galadriel's brother. Man, what a heartless bastard was being truly remorseful for his bad actions and seeking peace and forgiveness for mistakes. Any time now. He joined Galadriel for the battle and even killed a few orcs and stopped Adar. Yeah, he must have some super secret motive that he'd revealed just in minutes. Helped in making the rings, finally some manipulation to achieve power. God, I was thirsty for the last 7 episodes. I was just dying. Yes, Sauron finally admitted he's Sauron. Now he would definitely kill the good guy and become the ultimate villain. What in the world? He loved Galadriel and asking for forgiveness?
The Dark Lord.
No. Not dark. Not with you at my side. You told me once that we were brought together for a purpose. This is it. You bind me to the light, and I bind you to power. Together, we can save this Middle Earth.
I can't believe my eyes. The only thing he did was manipulating Celebrimbor. Maybe he wasn't as evil as we thought. Throughout the season, this dude helped people. Maybe Sauron's a good guy, or this might be a Sauron imposter. Maybe he's not that evil as we thought in the beginning. Also, don't give me the bullshit that Sauron was actually plotting and deceiving the elves from the very start. Yeah, to do that, you actually have to show Sauron doing all the bad things behind the scenes from the very start. Not doing this. And Sauron did take the elves' form to deceive the elves, not men's form, and he was called Anatar. But guess what? Amazon doesn't have the rights for Anatar, so they pulled out a new character from their ass called Halbrand. This Sauron we saw in The Cringe of Power is just fan fiction, quite a shitty one for that matter, and has no resemblance to the Sauron shown in movies and the books. They completely butchered Sauron as a character. The supposed villain was doing good stuff from the very beginning. Not once they showed him plotting in the back and hurting people. On the contrary, the main character was more egocentric and narcissistic compared to our big bad Sauron. The only manipulation he did was forging of the ring, and then it was more of a help than manipulation. And you can't say that it was his plan all along. That, my friends, is one of the shittiest ways to write a villain. When we look into some of the anti-heroes, they have more flaws and have done more horrible things compared to Beta Sauron. Take the example of Loki. He plotted with the ice giants to take the throne, almost killed his father, and was genuinely trying to kill his brother. Loki had done more evil, and we consider him an anti-hero. And this woke, mind-numbing showrunners trying to prove that you can write a villain by only showing his good deeds and people will believe you. So that's how you destroy a perfect villain. See you in the next one.